Prepare your voice.
Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are now broadcasting live from the TWF studios on a hot freaking day. Let's be honest. You are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. I'm your host, BangEm South Jason Fastkade, and I am joined by the absolute best in the world today, the man, Trent Williams. The only guy that I know that knew Kairi Sane was hot before she took off the sailor outfit. More on that later. Trent, we got a lot to get to, man. We got the G1. We got, man, a lot of blockbuster news. Some we predicted, some that we didn't. So are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Dude, let's stop stalling and let's start the show. Now, Trent, let's take it from the top, bro. I don't know if you saw this on Sunday, but Impact Wrestling had Slammiversary, if I'm correct.
They did indeed.
Trent, did you watch the pay-per-view?
I didn't watch it that night. It was, I believe, Tuesday before I got around to watching it.
Okay. Considering the fact that I believe they were in Toronto, they were at like a Rebel Arena venue or something like that.
Right.
From the looks of it, just the logistics, did you like the atmosphere?
Yeah, I did. The only thing I didn't like is I was kind of threw off by the yellow ropes. I wasn't into that.
I don't know when. I thought they were at the Impact Zone, and like the Impact Zone had a huge makeover. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, from that venue, kind of takes you back to the smaller NXT type setup. But I thought that was great, bro. I mean, just that setting alone and the limited amount of audience that you had were just fanatical fans. So as we go through it, bro, I don't think I caught maybe the first couple of matches, but I have to say I liked the pay-per-view. I thought it was a pretty good pay-per-view. And it takes you back to when TNA was really good at backstage vignette. Well, not backstage, but just video montages.
Right.
Case in point, Rich Swann's girl, Su Yung.
Yeah,
bro, and I know we live in the age of just theatrics and everything like that. She comes down with 6 bridesmaid zombie chicks,
right? The undead bridesmaids.
Yeah, and they're carrying her in a coffin / casket, however you want to say it. And she jumps out thin as ever with like extra padding on all her knee pads and stuff, but she kicks ass, bro. And I thought that was like the highlight of the night, considering this was the first time I ever saw Su Yung ever. But the pay-per-view was really
like in the last year or two gimmick for her.
This is a what now?
This is just like a gimmick she's been doing for like last year or two. She used to just be a plain normal ordinary female wrestler.
Wow. So, and I pinged you this. I was like, wait a minute, are they fulfilling everything they promised Rosemary and Crazy Steve by this? I mean, this was, listen, was it over the top? Yes. But did it add to, and man, I'm reaching here, bro, but she could have her series of I think they refer to it as a coffin, but casket matches. She could carry that legacy, bro.
Yeah, I think she's already had a couple on Impact.
I mean, just the theatrics alone made her must-see TV, and it's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
But I thought it was great.
Yeah, this feud was, I think this was actually supposed to be her and Rosemary got injured, and they shoehorned Madison Rayne in at the last minute. Okay. Just to see that and the incorporation of the bridesmaids, the fake blood coming from her mouth, bro. I thought that was the highlight of the night, and it takes me back to when TNA was really great at building up their women's division, or at least a few dominant characters, you know? Yeah, and I mean, you said you missed the first couple of matches, but Tessa Blanchard and Allie had a really good match.
Trent, did they have a really good match, or were you the number?
Okay, all right. I know those are two of your girls. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
They actually did a really cool thing with Allie a couple of months back where when Rosemary got injured, she was in a feud with Su Yung, and they wrote her off TV by Su Yung putting her in the casket and burning it. Well, Allie, she's always been the sweet and kind and innocent thing. Well, it's like Rosemary kind of possessed her body. She started wearing the face paint that Rosemary would wear, and she got more aggressive. And that was a really cool thing they were doing for a couple of weeks with Allie and Su Yung.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. Have we been sleeping on TNA, and rightfully so? And they were just getting better in some of the subplots?
Yeah. I think the Don Callis and Scott D'Amore, since they've took it over, it's really started to improve a lot.
Okay. I'm all for it. I saw the tag match with the the OGs or the former LAX versus the new LAX, whatever. That was totally awesome. Yeah. I saw who's Alexa Bliss's boyfriend? Who is Alexa Bliss's boyfriend?
Murphy?
Yeah.
Her fiance?
Yeah. His twin brother is Matt Sydal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking. Yeah. So they his match against the juiced up Brian Cage was pretty good. I don't know about the ending there, but just that match, the way they hyped it was pretty good. The Eddie Edwards Tommy Dreamer match, super hardcore match. Didn't know what to expect, but that was pretty good. So that core series of matches right there, because I had to watch the.
Did you see the main event?
That's what I'm saying. I had to watch Moose and Austin Aries like the next day.
Yeah, it was good too.
Right. So I think TNA is on the come up. I would probably start watching TNA now. I don't know if they take it back to the Impact Zone, does that kind of diminish the field?
Did you see the Pentagon Sami Callihan match?
Yes, right. Trent,
that was really good.
That's what I'm saying. This pay-per-view was pretty good. And obviously, I think they threw shade at WWE. WWE sucked this month, but as far as their pay-per-view went, so you're looking at it with a different bias. New Japan blew them out of the water because they have a much more interesting 7-hour pay-per-view. Let's be honest, right. But TNA beat out the WWE in pay-per-view results this time.
Yep, and there was also a really good opener with the 4-way opener with Petey Williams, John Morrison, Phoenix, and somebody else. I can't remember the fourth guy.
That was the match that Rich Swann got taken out of, right?
Right.
So Trent, let me ask you this, bro. Are you gonna start watching TNA on Pop now? I mean,
yeah. I probably will. I'll probably definitely be watching the first hour because it comes on right before Big Brother. So
okay, and are they at the Impact Zone or is this on location?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I think they might still be in Toronto or something, doing it somewhere there.
Okay, all right, cool. I think the setting where they were totally helped. I would assume every is it 2 hours?
Yeah.
Every 2-hour episode can't be filled with all the theatrics that Slammiversary had, but I will definitely tune in.
There's guys on their roster that I don't really care about seeing that they actually have on the weekly TVs. Guys like KM and Falaba and stuff like that. I could do without them, but
okay, yeah,
I have to take the bad with the good.
True, I have no idea who of the guys that you just mentioned. So
Falaba is basically like a 2018 knockoff version of Yokozuna.
Oh, they got a huge sumo wrestler type guy?
Yeah.
Okay. And who was the other guy you said?
KM, he's just this big, tall, lanky guy. He's nothing special.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching Pop. I think they come on tonight, right?
Yep, tonight at 8:00.
Okay. So this truly could be a very fun-filled week as far as wrestling goes.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Let's get back on track with WWE results. Let's focus on the number one brand in the nation right now. You want to start with Raw?
Sure.
So Trent, I think it was last week that we predicted, hey, if they're ever going to do a women's division, a women's pay-per-view, sorry, it's going to have to encapsulate every major storyline, regardless of the brand, right? So you're probably gonna have Ronda on it. You're gonna have the women's championship for SmackDown, the women's championship for Raw. Wouldn't hurt to put in the NXT championship, and as an added bonus, if the Mae Young Classic culminated that night, you know, maybe the last 4 go at it with the champion crown at the end of the night, that would definitely help. And what? Yeah. So we know that WWE listens to the show. And it was proven by the fact that we said it before it actually came true. So Trent, what type of expectations do you have for the show? And you know, what was your reaction to the announcement?
Well, I mean, in general, I would like to call this the this episode of Raw of the look at how big our dick is. You know, look how good we do things and everything, and we have to shove it in your face, because that's pretty much what they did both on Raw and SmackDown with this pay-per-view. They can't never let anything just flow like organically. Between that and the video they showed on Raw for the good things they have been doing lately as far as charity and stuff, it was a very big dick measuring contest for Vince and Stephanie and Triple H.
Okay, sorry, I missed I missed that. I tuned in when I caught Raw late, so I tuned in when everyone was on stage and Stephanie was like, "We're gonna do the first ever women's pay-per-view." But before that, they showed a long video package of all.
That was later on in the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know I don't have the same medication that you do that requires me to watch all 3 hours. So go ahead.
But did they really need to have all the guys out there?
Well, that again, I caught it late, so I didn't know. I didn't know how they started it. If they said, "Hey," like if they opened it like they do when somebody dies, where everybody's on stage.
Yeah,
if everybody, okay, so they, I don't know. The funniest part about it was when they announced it, and you could see some of the guys in the back, Bobby Roode, for instance. It was like, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know how the boys took it, but I see this as being a great opportunity, at least once a year, to prove how good the women are. And you're gonna have a hodgepodge, bro. Like, you're gonna have your true champions, those storylines that actually matter, and then you're gonna have some excitement from the Mae Young Classic and probably Ronda in it. So I mean, you got a 5-match pay-per-view right there. You can do that,
and hopefully that's why they're stretching this Bayley and Sasha thing out to get it to this show and have their big match on this show.
I'm kind of wondering if that's a good idea or if they're going to do some type of tag match, because we know that Brooklyn was like we know that the Barclays Center was built on Bayley versus Sasha. Even in the contract signing between Shayna Baszler and the repetitive Kairi Sane. Jeez. I know, you know, I'm not going to go there. But
I thought she's 80 years old. You know, she forgot she said it already.
Now, see, you're finally converting to the dark side, Trent. You're finally converting to the dark side. And let's be honest, she did look hot. She looked smoking hot. But yeah, they had the poster up for, I think, the first Brooklyn show or the second Brooklyn, that first, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the first one, yeah.
First one, yeah. And Bayley and Sasha were obviously on that. So if they do, I'm interested to see how far it can go. I don't think we'll get like a women's tag team division or something like that. But if they can bring the house down, man, that'll be great.
Yeah, you gotta be interested to see what like undercard matches we get for this show.
So we get the SmackDown and Raw titles. Did they say we were getting the NXT title too?
Yep. Okay,
so we get all that, and then the Mae Young finale, let's just say they just do one match. That's 4.
Yep.
And if you just get to fight with everybody else for that role. You know, maybe that's a role for Trish Stratus versus somebody.
Yeah.
You know, something like how they started NXT with Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tyler Breeze or something like that. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wonder if they're going to do the main roster 7 hours or the NXT roster 2.5 hour show.
Bro, I think for the first time, man, I think you got to do the NXT 2.5 hour show just to give some kind of importance to every single match and have somewhat of a cut line on, is your match worthy or not to be in that show?
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're only going to get a grudge match or just a super special attraction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a cross-brand promotion as well. Maybe a Sasha Banks versus Asuka type thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
Or Asuka versus Kairi Sane.
That would be a dream match as far as I'm concerned. Oh, man, that would be so... And you know Kairi Sane is going to win. That's ridiculous. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, man. So I can't wait for that pay-per-view. I think it'll be a great moment for all of them.
Yeah, October 28th.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they would remind us of that 15,000 times within the next 3 hours before we're all went off the air.
Yeah. Yeah. And they reminded us on SmackDown too.
Like they had the guys like trying to promote it too, like in backstage segments, and the only one that actually worked was Braun Strowman when he was happy about it because of Alexa. That was the only part that worked.
Yeah, but it's also Braun too, so everybody pays attention to Braun. Like when I think when AJ did it on SmackDown, it was, I don't know. I mean, it's less in your face when AJ did it because he's the champion and Braun's massive and he's the monster in the bank, so people pay attention to it. But everyone else, you could tell they were just kind of hyping it up, as were those two, but just with less effect.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I like that they're keeping the whole thing between Braun and Alexa for Mixed Match Challenge. I thought that would completely go away once that was over, but we still get shades of it from now, every now and then.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Yeah, bro, when was the Mixed Match Challenge? Was that in the winter?
Yeah, that was like around January, February.
Okay.
Well, I think it ended like the week of WrestleMania.
Okay. Yes. I mean, we could be gearing back up for that too, which I think was a hit, at least on a social media platform. Definitely had success. So yeah, we could be gearing back up for that.
Yeah. The funniest thing about this women's pay-per-view is 2 or 3 weeks later, they're going back to Saudi Arabia.
Oh man, it's the things that you don't know and that you don't hear about. I mean, obviously this facilitates a need, but obviously they need to draw. And if it doesn't work, you won't see it again.
Nope. And I think it will draw. I think it will.
I think it will draw too. But also, are we saying if it does, do we continue this and do another women's Royal Rumble? Like, is that for certain now?
I think so, yeah.
But if it doesn't do well, where do we go?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so good luck to him. I mean, with Ronda on the card, I think you have no choice but to do well, but it's a $10 pay-per-view and you get it free if you sign up. We'll see how much of an effect it has day of, or just the cult following that it has if one of those matches just turns out to be a 5-star match.
Yeah, but look, and let us not forget though that it was the women of TNA who were the originators of this all-women pay-per-view, even though theirs was in a non-canon pay-per-view that nobody cared about. That wasn't even one of TNA's main, pay-per-views. It was like one of those one-night-only shows.
They did this when who was the women's champion?
I have no clue. Probably Gail Kim. I think she was champion for, it felt like a lot in TNA, either her or Madison Rayne.
So they did an all-women's pay-per-view?
Yeah, do you remember the legendary Shelly Martinez Rebel match?
No. That was on the paper? Was it a pay-per-view? Was it a one-night-only thing?
Yes, one-night-only thing. It wasn't never actually like hyped on the proper Impact shows or anything.
Wait a minute, they did a pay-per-view that they didn't hype?
Yeah, they do these one-night-only things. They don't hype them. You just see them on your cable thing.
Are you serious?
Bigger, like over in the UK and stuff. I think they probably do better over there with those.
Wow, TNA is just so backwards, but okay. I see what you're saying.
So hopefully we don't have any My Vagina matches on this Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Although I think the most likely person to be in that kind of match that I could actually see screaming that is probably Carmella.
Definitely. All right, bro. Where do we go to next?
We get our awesome 3 times a charm Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam.
So as we lead into SummerSlam, we got 3 weeks left?
Yeah.
Do you see any way that this becomes a triple threat with Bobby Lashley?
I kind of hope it does somehow.
And if it does,
I don't see how, because he won it. He won it fair and square.
And if we do get Roman and Brock, does Reigns finally beat him?
I'm going to go with no.
If Reigns doesn't beat him, would it be by Bobby Lashley's interference?
Nah, he'll probably just beat him clean.
Wow. So knowing that, I don't have any confidence in this feud. I don't have any.
Yeah.
I just don't have any anticipation I mean, what are you gonna say that hasn't been said before and doesn't have a different outcome?
I agree. I mean, this feud, we've seen it 3 times this year, and it's all been the same way. Paul Heyman comes out and runs his mouth, and then we get a pull-apart brawl from the locker room, and then Roman Reigns ends up losing at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Maybe this is the time that everything changes, but I don't see it changing, man.
Yeah, I mean, neither.
All right, bro. So with that said, where else do we go on Raw? Because listen, Raw was 3 hours, but holy smokes, man, I can't do 3 hours.
This was a pretty lackluster Raw. There wasn't even really any good matches. We had Bayley and Sasha teaming back up in a squash match. Jobbers.
Yeah, but aside from that, did you check out Elias's new album?
I did. Well, no, I haven't. I've heard about it. I got to check it out.
Okay, it's a 4-song album, which I was really shocked that they actually put out an album. Let's be honest. I thought it was something more like it was folklore.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go check this out on iTunes and then you won't be able to find it or something. But I refuse to play it. But it's got streams on Spotify. So good luck to Elias. I mean, he's definitely going to have an album that goes platinum, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, last I heard, he was like number 6 on iTunes or something like that.
Yeah, it's 4 songs, bro. I mean, even if you want to.
Well, that's 2 more songs than a lot of artists get on their first, like, their single album they get. Usually it's like 2 songs.
Wait a minute, what?
You know how like artists put out like it's like a single or whatever, and it'll have like 2 songs on it. It's only like $4 to buy at the store. Well, they probably don't do that as much. They probably don't do that as much now because
Trent, thank you for bringing back life to what the music culture was. Okay, Trent's reminiscing on the days where you could actually go to the store and buy a single. Now, whether it was on tape, whether it was on CD, yes, there were hard copies of music back then. You would hear the song on the radio, and it was the hottest song out or whatever. And you could go to the store and buy it, and it maybe had a remix on it, or like an extended, or like a Spanish or rock version or something like that. But you could buy it for like $1, $2, maybe $3, depending on if there was maybe their next hit single on the little product also. But you could definitely buy that. That's where the music industry is going back to, like just putting out this 2-3 album sample set and letting you stream it and getting money off of it, which I think is cool. Yeah.
And I mean, this album can't be any worse. I haven't listened to it, but it can't be any worse than them when they put out the Jillian Hall Christmas album. I think that was when the streaming stuff was like first starting too.
They did what?
Yeah, they had like a Jillian Hall Christmas album.
Oh my gosh, are you serious, bro? Listen, I remember when they used to come out with like all the rock and rap versions of theme songs, and I foolishly bought those.
Me too.
Because some of them were pretty cool, let's be honest. But I did not know that they had a Jillian Hall Christmas album. I think that's a little bit over the top.
Stone Cold's music when Disturbed did it.
I don't remember all of them, but bro, you couldn't go wrong with Stone Cold. I mean, they could have had a Latino version for that. It for some reason it would have worked. I don't know why. It just, you could do nothing wrong with 316.
Yeah, and then they had the album Originals where the wrestlers tried to sing their own songs.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't pick that one. I didn't pick that one up. That's funny.
Yeah, I had all the CDs back then, all the ones that WWE would come out with.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to Raw, bro. So we had Sasha and Bayley in the tag team. Elias is putting out an album. Braun's giving big ups to Alexa. How did we end the show?
That was the Roman thing.
Oh, so are we done with Raw then?
Yeah, pretty much. There wasn't anything on Raw. It was a long, drawn out 3 hours.
Jeez. Now, as we move over to SmackDown, which is obviously the best show,
yes.
We get some pretty good matches. Some, mixing up the tag division with, some kind of a tag team tournament here, with the New Day and Sanity. We get AJ's opponent for SummerSlam, and that's going to be Samoa Joe. How do you feel about that being, the ending or one of the last 2 or 3 matches to end the SummerSlam pay-per-view?
Pretty happy, but I just hope it lives up to my expectations that I have in my head, and it's not another AJ Styles Nakamura feud where we have to get the third or fourth match before I really like it.
Do you see them going in the area of what they did with Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, where Samoa Joe beats the dog crap, ever living snot out of AJ Styles, but AJ wins, and you keep that carryover for a couple of months?
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening.
Because let's remember in TNA, Joe came out with the towel, but correct me if I'm wrong, it after a match with AJ Styles, it had his blood on it, so it kind of symbolized something a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we could see, now tables aren't necessarily turned, but Samoa Joe is supposed to be the destroyer or the dominator, one of those D's. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I know they can put on a really good match. It may not have the hype that you want, but it's well deserving of being at least the second to last match, if not the last.
Yep.
Now, of course, to end the show, we got one of the best shows on television, Miz and Maryse. Are you going to watch the show, or did you watch the show?
Oh, I did.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. I didn't want to judge you for watching or tuning in for pregnant women, but how was the show, bro?
It was pretty good. It was pretty funny. In comparison to Total Bellas, it's a whole lot more fun.
Wow.
Miz does not walk around like he's a robot, like John Cena does. Yeah, a lot of fun. He's always cutting jokes and everything, and the chemistry between him and Maryse is a whole lot better because they're actually married and in love with each other, whereas John Cena and Nikki Bella are just doing it so that they can be famous.
Wow, you're really throwing shade at Cena and Brie, aren't you?
You mean Nikki?
Nikki, my bad. Bionic Globes.
Jimmy Fallon last night.
They were what?
The Bellas. They were on Jimmy Fallon.
I don't keep it. Really?
Yeah, what? They didn't even promote the pay-per-view, which I was expecting them to do.
But what did they do?
They just talked. they didn't do anything. It wasn't that special. It was kind of a waste of 5 minutes, really.
Oh, wow. Did they promote the last episode of whatever Nikki show was? Or what is it, Total Bellas? Is it Nikki and John?
Bellas.
Okay.
Total Bellas, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, they're celebrities now, so I guess you got to live in that bubble, I guess.
Yeah, and my favorite thing that I actually laughed out loud on the Miz and Mrs. is they was talking about Maryse and her being pregnant and stuff, and their body and stuff, and she was talking about her boobs getting bigger. And he's like, "Yeah, they are." He's like, "Pretty soon I'll be motorboating those sons of bitches."
Wow. Wow. Okay, this is welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the freaking show. Okay, so back to SmackDown. We obviously get the feud with the Miz and Daniel Bryan. I thought it was cute to have Monroe Sky interjected here with this feud. Yeah. Miz is having the baby in his I don't even know what that apparatus is, but it's basically a strap around you to hold the baby, and it's just attached to you, right. kind of like a vest, I guess. And when Daniel Bryan tries to attack, he throws the baby, which is obviously yeah, and then he beats the crap out of Daniel Bryan. So it keeps the show moving. You had interest. It ends to show how the 90s Raws were ending with everybody all in uproars and can't waiting to see what happens next. So I absolutely love it, man. SmackDown is the best.
I can't think of a better way to advertise the shows coming right after it. Maybe the Chrisleys, maybe they need to do something like that so people actually watch their show.
Do you watch the Chrisleys?
I've watched them once or twice or a few times.
I watched them maybe once or twice. I don't even know what the first season was, but this season I was like, wait a minute, who's the little black kid? Why is wait, y'all are white. What happened with
that's his oldest son.
Yeah, his oldest
son's on drugs and stuff. And
yeah. So after that I was like, nah, now you guys are just trying to play to a demographic. Like you literally have to cut the USA off and not watch the Chrisleys to give them ratings. But good luck to the Chrisleys, man. I mean, they're still doing their thing. Now we get a show immediately after SmackDown, which I don't think I ever paid attention to the show that comes on after SmackDown. Let's be honest.
What
was coming on after SmackDown?
Well, for a couple of weeks we've had the Chrisleys after SmackDown, and then
So wait.
And they had
What happens
Ninja
after?
Warrior outfit.
Wait. What happens after Raw? The Grizzlies?
Is it?
Wait. So
Yeah,
okay.
after Raw.
So I know you got the Grizzlies and the Cromartie show, right?
Right, that's Tuesdays, I know for sure.
Okay, so that's always been Tuesdays. What comes on after Raw?
Well, not always on Tuesdays. It's been Tuesdays for the last month or so. Before that, it was some American Ninja Warrior spinoff show.
Okay, well, listen, bro. If you're on a network and you're trying to build somewhat of a block, really does help if you have the show. If you interject, a little bit of promo into the show. I didn't know what ended it. I really didn't know what ended SmackDown. For some reason, I thought the Grizzlies came on after Raw.
They might come on. They might have come on after both of them.
Yeah, this is.
I think the new episode is the one after SmackDown, and the one after Raw might be a repeat or something.
Wow, USA is really lacking for star power, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Let's.
But that baby segment gave me flashbacks of Gene Snitsky punting Leeson King's baby into the crowd.
Oh man, speaking of reusing storylines. Did you see Randy Orton's promo?
I did, and I liked it.
Did it have shades of Dolph Ziggler's promo?
Yeah.
So, like, I thought it was great, but I was like, how many times are people going to use that excuse now?
Right.
But I think he can really get over them.
Dolph Ziggler's used it about 2 or 3 different times in his career.
True, very, very true, very true. So I think it just took Randy 16 years to actually voice his opinion. So
yeah,
good luck to Randy. I still want to see this translate in the ring. If you're less boring or if you're more exciting, we'll see.
I think he's going to be more boring.
What, really?
Yeah, I think he's going to. The promo was talking about how he doesn't do all this other stuff, like jump off turnbuckles and stuff. And I think he's going to piss people off more because he's going to go even more into that headlock, sit there in the headlock hold.
Yeah. And if he does that, I don't know. I don't know if Randy's out of the main event picture anymore, but if his name alone keeps him in the mid-card role. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, we had a really good match between Andrade Almas and Rusev.
I think we always get good matches out of Andrade Almas. Rusev finally came out as a face, which I liked.
Yeah.
Do you see a Aiden English Rusev match?
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of our 15 undercard matches for SummerSlam.
What time does SummerSlam start? At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Probably so, yeah. And it lasts until 4 o'clock the next morning.
Of September? Yeah. I'm anticipating SummerSlam to finalize a lot of these feuds, but there has to be some kind of a cutoff, man. Something.
Yeah. Although judging by what we got on SmackDown, there could be like a mixed tag match or something, maybe with Rusev and Lana against Almas and Zelina, but I would hope not to have that. I like to see Almas do something else, kind of.
Yeah, I want to take Almas seriously. Like, I don't want to see them in a mixed match or a mixed
tag match.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
I would like to see them in the mixed match challenge. I think that would be a fun team.
But that was the thing about the mixed match challenge, though. Didn't it mix up? Oh no, it kept Rusev and Lana together. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So you could do that. I just want them to be taken seriously, and I think they have, but they just come up short a couple times.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he would go against though. If they do Rusev in English, I don't know who they'd put Andrade against though.
Yeah. So I think Almost will be on the SummerSlam card. But right now it's just like he can give anyone a great match, but he doesn't really have a true feud,
Yeah. I mean, I thought after last week we was going to a AJ and Almost feud, but looks like they changed their mind on that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so after mentioning a former NXT star, let's move over to NXT, man.
Do we not want to cover Becky Lynch defeating Carmella to earn the right to challenge her at SummerSlam?
Listen, it's going to be straight fire at SummerSlam, man. We got Becky Lynch versus Carmella. So is
Ellsworth going again?
Ellsworth got fired. I would think that for the next couple of weeks, he asks for forgiveness and, does the whole Heath Slater thing or something, because he can't go away. I mean, that's just part of what makes SmackDown hilarious and silly at the same time. So we'll get Ellsworth there, but I still think Becky Lynch finally deserves second reign as championship.
Yeah, and I think we should do that and go straight into Becky and Charlotte for leading toward Evolution.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think we could do a 4-way, bro. I mean, I think a 4-way with Asuka and Carmella, just because she's the former champ, with Becky and Charlotte would be great too. But we'll have to see where we go, because I hate when Asuka's going up against the Iconics, just wasting what a dominant figure she is.
Yeah. And finally on SmackDown, New Day defeated Sanity in the first round of the Tag Team Contenders Tournament.
Yeah, truly wins and losses don't mean a thing, because I think they traded wins and losses back and forth. So not really sure where we're going with this, but whoever wins this tournament gets to face the Bludgeon Brothers at SmackDown or at SummerSlam, right?
Right.
Okay.
I feel like we might be getting the Bar against the Bludgeon Brothers. We haven't seen that yet.
Is the Bar in the tournament?
Yeah, they'll face the Usos next week.
Yeah, what a downward slope the Usos are on, I swear. Jeez, man. Holy smokes, man.
Can we just refresh their feud from last year and with New Day and get that started again? I'd be all right with that.
I just don't know how you lose that much steam that quick.
I know.
Where's
Naomi been?
Naomi was on the dark match. So I don't.
Well, at least you did make the next season of Total Divas, unlike Alexa.
Well, Alexa's champ. You can't ask too much of the champ,
No, that's true.
All right, bro. Are we done with SmackDown?
Yep.
Okay. As we move over to NXT, we're sort of sorting out the NXT Takeover Brooklyn 4 or 5. What is it? 4. We get Alex Cole. Okay. We get Alex Cole.
Adam Cole.
Damn it! I knew I was messing it up. We get Adam. We get Adam Cole,
baby,
versus Ricochet in what should be an awesome match for the NAC. And we had the contract signing with Kyrie saying, looking hot as hell. Let's be honest.
So you're in the gilfs now. You're into 7-year-old woman.
I'm into 80-year-old women where I only see them from the torso up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We sometimes decide to cosplay as a pirate.
I looked at, I was like, wait a minute, is there something hot about Kyrie Sane? I was like, yeah, it's just if you see the full body, I think I'll be less interested. But top up, she looked pretty cool. I liked it. And they definitely glammed her up, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
So we saw the contract
highlights though that she's had a couple of weeks ago in her
hair. We saw the contract signing with her and Shayna, and we saw the fact that they really don't want Asian people speaking because they give them stupid things to say.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the worst ever, and I just don't know why there's not a quality control person in charge to, like, the first time she said it, I was like, okay, cool. Like, you're supposed to say limited amounts of words. I get it, but to say the same thing 3 or 4 times,
right? How do you think William Regal felt? He had to sit there too.
I was just like, how is this really? What is it? How does this work? But we're gonna get that at Takeover Brooklyn 4, somewhat of a rematch, but with the roles reversed this time. And that's setting up 2 matches on the card, and the third match is still to be determined, but we got Ciampa versus Aleister Black on a regular Wednesday, a championship title match that was hyped up, but it was a regular Wednesday. Hey, we're gonna see Ciampa go against Aleister Black. Ciampa probably gives it a good effort. He probably gets over as a monster villain, but Aleister Black's probably gonna kick him in the face and win the title. Everyone goes home happy, and it's an eventful Wednesday, right? But what we get is a 20-minute match, 25-minute match, something like that, where they just go at it. In and out of the ring, Ciampa does hey, I'm pulling the mat ups to expose the concrete. We got refs going down. I had to watch it back 2 or 3 times because I thought we had a dusty finish, but Gargano gets involved. We got weapons being used. So many things involved with this match, but Ciampa beats Aleister Black 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring and is your new NXT champion. How do you feel, bro?
That's pretty cool to get that on a regular Wednesday episode. Obviously, it would probably be cooler if I hadn't read the spoilers and knew what was happening, but yeah, a really good match. WWE, well, NXT anyway, trying to give the G1 competition for having a match of the week. They may have done, I'm not sure. Today's G1 show wasn't all that great, but yeah, pretty cool. Looks like we might be getting a 3-way.
Yeah, so do you think we'll get a 3-way with Gargano being involved, Ciampa as your champ, and Aleister Black at Takeover Brooklyn 4?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, listen, that would make the most sense. You still get Gargano involved somewhat, and we said that this feud would probably get extended, and now you got a championship on the line. Do you see Johnny Wrestling becoming NXT champion?
Not here. Not on Brooklyn.
Not on Brooklyn. Okay, I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. I'm sad to see Aleister lose it though.
Yeah.
But I will say that after the botch with Lars Sullivan, I lost any interest in Aleister Black. And that's not, I guess that's not his fault. But once I saw that botch, I didn't really think that much of Black Mass anymore. I thought he needed to come up with a different finisher. But I just wasn't a big fan of Aleister Black after that botch. And it's not his fault.
Right.
I don't think you could say that it's his fault, but it just lost a little steam when I saw it botched, and that's your finisher. So
I think it was the right time to put the title on Ciampa. The Ciampa Gargano feud has really been carrying NXT this year. Aleister Black, he's just been he's been the champion, but he hasn't had like a real solid feud. He's just been facing random people each takeover. So yeah, I think it's about time, and I actually wouldn't be surprised if he's a post SummerSlam call up.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, something we didn't mention about on Raw Monday on the when everybody was out there on the ramp, Nikki Cross was out there.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know if that was because she was like doing house shows for SmackDown and everything like that, or if was Shayna Baszler out there?
No.
I didn't know if that was, hey, let's get all the prominent NXT women up here too. But I had heard she was on SmackDown doing house shows or kind of with the roster.
Right.
She has to, be there at some point. So can't wait to see her.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you like all the hugging that was involved afterwards?
I expect it. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, it just I don't know. I don't know if I saw Carmella hug Asuka, but I'm pretty sure I saw Alexa and Mickey hugging people that they're facing off with. Yeah, I just some of that stuff, it just gets kind of weird because you do realize that it is a show, but you kind of want them to carry over kayfabe, I guess.
Right. Yeah, like Stephanie McMahon opens up the show as the shoot COO or whatever she is, and is a baby face. And then like an hour later, she's in a backstage segment where she's being the kayfabe heel commissioner.
Yeah, so it's just
weird to be the same, to be two different things on the same show, only like an hour or so apart.
Indeed, my friend. Indeed. Okay, bro. So I think we got SummerSlam pretty much covered.
One thing, during the Adam Cole thing, it seems like we might be getting a triple threat between Undisputed Era, Mustache Mountain, and War Raiders.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna get a 6-man tag title or something. Not like when War Raiders came out, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But man, it just shows you ROH is really doing something special if Ricochet, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Fish and O'Reilly, War Raiders, War Machine, however you want to say it. I mean, that's like we're not even maybe a year from them being in ROH, and now they're really a huge spotlight of the show.
Yeah.
So,
and I wouldn't be surprised if those Mustache Mountain and Dunn, and then War Raiders and Ricochet and Undisputed Era is our match in November for War Games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just asked myself though, what happened to the not the primetime players, but the Street Profits?
Yeah, I know. They were getting some steam behind them, and then all of a sudden
where is TM61? Where is Shaking Weights? Like where are they? Are they done now?
We ain't seen them in a while.
Okay. I mean, it's
what happened to that feud between like Sabatelli and Riddick Moss?
Right.
They be like feuding with each other.
What happened with the standing ovation that we gave Danny Burch and Orny Lorcan? Like what?
Yeah.
Trying to figure this out, man. I'm trying to keep up with the divisions.
When you have that much talent and only an hour show each week.
True, but I mean, we usually see some type of revolving door with 4 talents. You get 4 main eventers, four male main eventers, 4 women main eventers, or just top talent, and 4 tag teams.
I guess they have to save room every week for our Lacey Evans match.
Exactly. That's what the name of the show is going to be called, the Lacey Evans episode, because you have to take your time out of your week to listen to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. Let's be honest about it.
Yes.
Yeah, so NXT's loaded, bro. I even saw an article on ESPN saying that NXT is the top brand in WWE, which is, I mean, I think we've known that for a while. It's just the fact that it's the underdog, like you're competing with Raw and SmackDown, who have, 4 hours over you, and you only get 1 hour a week.
Yeah, and still put on the best show of the week a lot of times.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, it's definitely gravitating.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. So let's go into the G1, man. Let's get some status updates on G1.
Really quick before that, we got some new Mae Young Classic participants.
Okay. Where are we now with the total?
We are up to, I think, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19.
Okay, all right.
And I expect 4 more to be revealed tomorrow. And if you looked on these spoilers, it looks like there's going to be 1 match on NXT to qualify for the tournament.
Okay. All right. Okay. So run down the list, man, or give the newest updates on participants.
So the first one is a girl named Crystal. She's from, I believe they said the Philippines. Never heard of her. So there's her. Aladon, she was one of the girls in that triple threat match at the UK show that they did a month or so back. Jessica Elabon, she is a NXT girl, Performance Center. I think she has like some kind of nerd gimmick from what I could tell from the pictures. Karen Q, she's done some work in Ring of Honor. I think she was part of that Women of Honor tournament to crown their first champion. Did we confirm that Kavita Devi, I can't remember if we said this on the show, that she's actually in the tournament again?
Yeah, I think you said Braun Strowman did something with her or something, and she's in it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Lacey Lane, she's a new Performance Center recruit, which I'm not even sure how long she's been there. 2 big ones that are returning from last year, Mercedes Martinez and Mia Yim. Mia Yim, I'm super excited about seeing back because she had my second favorite match of the whole tournament last year against Shayna Baszler.
That's Jay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Martin Martinez, that's who you're talking about?
Yeah, the one you thought was hot, but she's not. Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
The one last year you had to see her because you thought she was the name or something. You thought the name sounded
right. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was like, yo, was it Melissa Martinez?
Mercedes.
Sorry. Mercedes Martinez sounds hot. I don't care what you think, but she looks like Martin Martinez. Like she scares me. I'm sorry. Like she would, yeah. So no, but she was a real interesting talent to have in there, and she made it to what, the top 4, final 4, or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see how far she goes this time.
And the final one, well, did I say? I can't remember if I said her last week. Reina Gonzalez, she's back in it.
Yeah, you mentioned her last week.
Okay, and the final one is I'm not sure how you pronounce this. Zeuxis, Zeuxis. She's a luchador, and her claim to fame is taking the mask of Princess Suhei, who was in the tournament last year. So she should probably watch out because I'm guessing whoever's going to be in the tournament next year for Mexico will probably end up taking her mask.
Nicely done, Trent. Nicely done.
So that's our update. So we got 13 more girls left to go.
Oh, wow. We still got 13 more chicks?
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. Everyone gets their shine, bro. Hey, Trent, last year, did we know most of these girls, or like, did we have out of the 32 chicks?
Right.
Out of the 32 chicks, how many did we know and have a strong backing of, like, even if looking at a picture, like, yo, she's going to be something to watch? Maybe.
I would say probably over half of them we knew. And then I think like some of them, it wasn't until the actual like parade of champions they had that we actually found out who they were, like who the rest of the field was.
Okay. All right, cool. I can rock with that.
But I think we'll know them all this time before the tournament starts.
Okay, cool, bro. Cool.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get into the G1 if we're done with the NYC.
All right. G1. So last week we left off after night 4. So we'll pick up with night 5. And here are the matches that I recommend from night 5 through night 8. On night 5, which was the A block, Michael Elgin versus Jay White. From night 6, these are B block matches. Sonata versus Zack Sabre Jr., Juice Robinson versus Tetsuya Naito, and Tomohiro Ishii versus Hiroki Goto, which is another big, strong contender for match of the tournament. From night 7, Okada versus Makabe. And then from today's show, we had Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tomohiro Ishii and Kota Ibushi versus Sonata.
Nice.
And here are our updated standings. For the A block, we have Michael Elgin at 4, Evil at 6, Fale at 2, Togi Makabe at 4, Kazuchika Okada at 4, Hangman Page at 2, Minoru Suzuki at 4, Hiroshi Tanahashi at 6, Jay White at 6, and Yoshihashi at 2. For the B block, we have Hiroki Goto at 4, Kota Ibushi at 4, Tomohiro Ishii at 4, Tetsuya Naito at 6, Kenny Omega at 8, Juice Robinson at 0, Zack Sabre Jr. at 4, Sonata at 6, Tama Tonga at 2, and Toru Yano at 2.
Okay. All right. Cool, bro.
And so the biggest thing with this tournament that's really getting on my nerves is the whole, as cool as the angle was at the U.S. show with the Fale and Tonga and Tongaloa beating up the Bullet Club. This whole, which they're going by the Firing Squad, that's their stable name now. This whole thing is ruining matches in the G1 because every single one of their matches, and that's one match on each block, is ending in disqualification and interference and all kind of like smoke and mirrors and stuff, and it's kind of ruining matches.
But see, that's outside looking in, and because I was going to ask you this, are they following up with any of the storylines? Because last year when I watched this, I think the biggest thing that they had going for them was, we're probably going to get Omega versus Okada, and everything else was pretty secondary. But realistically, if the matches don't really add up to anything, or if there's really no payoff, the matches are just, they're exhibitions, and to see who the strongest is and who can truly survive over a number of days. But yeah, man, I would like to see storyline interaction. So I don't know, maybe I look at it as a good thing.
I get that, but it's in every single one of their matches. I was looking forward to the Tama Tonga Kenny Omega match, and that match was nothing. It was just complete interference. Referees acting dumb because they act like they don't see anything. I'm not really liking it. It's actually giving me, though, appreciation for Yano matches because he's actually doing stuff that's entertaining me this year compared to the stuff they're doing.
I got you.
But the news I heard today is Tama Tonga and Roman Reigns are trading shots at each other on Twitter.
I've heard something about rats and traders and stuff like that. What's going on?
I don't know. Something about Tama Tonga's been saying stuff on Twitter, and something about he got banned from Twitter for 12 hours, and for some reason he's claiming Roman Reigns is the one that did it. I don't know. My response to all this is Tama Tonga has the coolness factor that WWE wishes Roman Reigns had.
I could have said it better myself, my friend.
Well, that dude, when he comes out to the ring, he's just the coolest dude you will ever want to hang out with, He's just got this swagger about him that I really like.
And his dad is a true badass where I don't know who Roman Reigns' father is to really take him seriously or his lineage seriously.
I think he's one of the Wild Samoans.
And listen, I'm not a wrestling historian as you are, but I know who Haku is. And I know how much of a badass Haku, the myth of Haku is. I don't know about the Wild Samoans. And I just don't know.
I think they're just like gimmick. I don't think they were actual real badasses like Haku is.
Right. So Tama Tonga has that going for him. Roman Reigns doesn't. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Roman Reigns just comes off as a very entitled brat.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, bro. He was put in the limelight very early, and Tama Tonga has been on the sidelines for a long time, bro. Long time. Okay, with that said, bro, you want to give us an update on reality news?
Yeah. So Big Brother comes on tonight, and nobody's going home, most likely. Sam had a power where if she used it, she would get to have a chance to come back in. But if she didn't use it after 3 weeks, it would automatically be used on the person who got evicted on the 4th week. Well, this is the 4th week, and nobody's been evicted, so whoever goes out tonight will get a chance to come back in. And being that it's Big Brother, it'd probably be a good chance they make it easy and that person will come back in.
Okay. All right, cool. I still need to check some of these episodes out.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
And I got my CBS access back, so yeah, I'll be checking them out.
All right.
Is my girl still there? Or she's gone now, isn't she?
Bailey?
Yes.
She's still there.
Okay.
Oh, and also Sam, I might have said a couple of weeks ago that she was the one I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch that. She's being complete bitch now. Very judgmental. Very
Wait. Why did you like her from the first place?
I don't know. She was a kind of cute Southern girl. You know how I am about the Southern girls, and she was nice and everything, but man, she's turned out to be terrible. She put Haley and Caitlyn on the block because she thinks they're a bad influence to the guys because they hang around on them and they like cuddle up with them and all that, and that's just not female empowerment or whatever. And turn around and she's the one that's hugging up on Fessy and stuff. I think what it is she's wanting the guys in there to herself. And she's a little bit jealous, but she won't say she is.
Okay. So that's why you turn on her. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries there, bro.
Very high and mighty, judgmental way about her. And she's not playing strategic at all. Like, she's a terrible player.
Okay. All right. I still got to check it out.
But I have grown to like that girl, though. She's really impressed me, especially since Swaggy C was sent home. She's really stepped her game up and been playing pretty good. Yeah,
the loss of affection probably is triggering her motivation to win the game. So hopefully she's a keeper.
And she's got a special power, too, that she won.
Wait. We know she has a special power. We know what her special power is. She got somebody evicted from the house, so we know what her special power is. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. So basically, she gets to anytime she wants to before I think it's the final 8. She can assume the role of the HOH and can nominate 2 people of her own, and the HOH, whoever the HOH is, has to act like those were going to be his or her original nominations. Okay, so she can make the nominations, but the HOH has to act like it was his nominations.
Okay, so she gets to impersonate the HOH.
Yeah,
and they have to do her bidding. Okay, no, I got you. That's cool. I like that. Just to spice it up a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so then
they call that power the identity thief.
So the HOH is blamed for getting rid of these 2 people.
Yeah.
But if you're
putting them up on the block, not getting rid of them yet.
Okay. But you gotta pay attention to, like, maybe if it comes out of nowhere, you're like, who was behind this, right? Yeah. That adds to the suspense. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Looks like we've hit that time, my friend. Are we done?
I believe so.
Awesome, bro. For the listeners out there, thank you for listening. Make sure that you check us out on social media. You can hit us up on Twitter at our official Twitter page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
And if you're a Southern Belle with a first name Lexi, hint,
make sure. It was also upset this week that Roman Reigns was put in the title picture again against Brock Lesnar.
We got to get Lexi Belle on the show. I'm sorry. We got to get Lexi Belle on the show. Even if it's just her saying TWF and welcome to the show. We need a drop from Lexi Belle. That's our goal for the month of August, is to get a couple of letters of X, a couple of numbers of X on the show.
Yes.
There we go.
Me too. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if he's a wrestling fan or not, but I was going to make a joke. Since Kazuchika Okada has been broken by losing the title, every time he jumps off the top rope, he yells "Yabba Dabba Doo."
Are you serious?
I do the same. Yeah, I yell the same thing, but it's only when I'm watching her videos.
Wow. This is Bridget B or Lexi Belle?
Both.
Wow. Those are complete polar opposites.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Holy smokes. Make sure that you tweet Trent. You can reach Trent on Twitter at
MTW3589
and hit me up on Twitter at BangEm South. You can follow us on Facebook, Facebook.com/TWF podcast. Make sure that you check out the shows and you can connect with us on Facebook. Myself, Jason Fastkade, or the best in the world, Trent Williams, on Facebook. And of course, you can reach us. You can reach us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast, has all of the videos out there. We have them in playlist form for the weekly shows, for our reaction shows, our prediction shows, and a couple of bonus episodes out there as well. So make sure that you listen, share, enjoy, but definitely subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channels. Trent, plug your site, my friend.
My thoughts on prowrestling.blogspot.com. Not currently working on anything, but I'm sure as soon as the Mae Young, as long as the Mae Young Classic, as soon as it starts, I'll be covering that.
Awesome, my friend. Trent, as always, bro, it was a pleasure, and I cannot do the show without you. Hopefully you have a great weekend this upcoming weekend, my friend, and I will talk to you next week, my dude.
Alrighty.
Take care, man.